Good morning, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be going over the character known as Andral. Let us begin. Andral was a skilled and brave warrior from the small village of Telendar in the continent of Arronia. He quickly rose through the ranks of the Arronian Empire and became a Sentinel at the age of 25. Thanks to his bravery in the War of Carthix. Tragically, he was betrayed and killed by Lord Yalnar and his soldiers of Shaldarar during the Battle of Thorns. After his death, Andral's soul journeyed to Zeros, a realm located at the edge of existence and non-existence. There he underwent trials to reclaim his soul and discovered that he was attuned to Shadow Essence. With this newfound power, he was able to resurrect himself with Shadow Essence and gain the abilities of Earth and Shadow. Andral bears a scar on his right leg as a result of his injuries during the Battle of Carthix. Despite this, he was able to overcome Lord Yalnar and emerge as the only survivor of the Elven Lord's betrayal. Now he continues to use his skills and powers to fight for justice and protect those who he holds dear. Okay, so that's the basic overview of Andral as a character. Andral is the main character of the Void manga and the Void game as a whole. Along with that, Andral was enlisted in the Arronian Empire at the age of 11, in which he was trained and adapted with his Earth Essence. Proving that he was actually quite capable, he actually made his way through the ranks quite quickly, overcoming any obstacle that he was met with. At the Battle of Carthix, where Maron and also Godrin Guildheart were stationed and were fighting still, Andral suffered a leg wound at the hands of a Baraxic. This actually has left a permanent scar on his leg, and this was the only injury he received at the Battle of Carthix. However, at the Battle of Shades, Andral had just become a sentinel in the Arronian Empire. This is where he had his own command of his own troops and was able to coordinate an assault, rerouting a lot of the orcs and demons that were being spawned within Arronia. They were able to fight those hordes back, but suffered major casualties because of this. However, in the Battle of Thorns, Andral was dispatched by the southern commanders of Arronia to go and aid the Shaldararian elves. This was not known towards Lord Yalnar, and when Lord Yalnar's forces were overrun by the Morashi goblins of Karesh, and they were losing said fight, Andral arrived with his troops right at the beginning of daybreak. This is where Andral's forces were able to completely cut off the Morashi goblins from the rest of their forces and overrun them, and ultimately winning the fight. However, Lord Yalnar was insulted by the aid. This is due to the fact that the elves of Shaldarar are more prideful than their Eldorian counterparts, and thus think of them as higher beings than basic humans. And seeing Andral and his forces saving the elves was taken as an insult more than a form of gratitude. Lord Yalnar ordered the execution of Andral and the rest of his forces after the battle was surely won. This led Andral to be killed in the Battle of Thorns, being shot with arrows and subsequently sending him towards Zeros. This is where Andral was met with Zeth and is undergoing the trials to reclaim his soul shards in order to resurrect himself and ultimately get his retribution on the betrayer himself, Lord Yalnar. Along with that, that is the basic overview of my lore for Andral at this moment in time. The Void manga is going to continue even after Void has actually finished, because this is just one story arc that I'm actually working on. I have like 5 planned. But Andral is a really cool character. He is basically the main character of Void. He is an Earth Essence user in power and originally trained with Earth Essence. He has the ability of controlling Earth Essence. However, within Void, he establishes himself as a Shadow Essence user in order to resurrect himself, but inadvertently unlocking the Shadow Essence itself, which means that he then has the ability to manipulate negative time and also have a form of death essence as a whole. That being said, hopefully you guys like the video of my main character. He's definitely going to be fleshing out in the future, and I'll be happy to do updates on him. Alongside that, feel free to check out the manga on dalaiggstudios.com. And all that being said, take it easy, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.